restaurants that came today and offered a lot of insight. So I'm going to allow him to introduce the people he brought today, but he's going to give you guys a perspective of the Peruvian market that's in Montgomery County around this area, and I'm sure we've all enjoyed their food before. Sure.
Hi, thank you very much. My name is Giovanni Delfino. I have a brand management company, as I said, and excuse me for my accent. I'm originally from Peru. I came to the US when I was 16. I'm very passionate with my culture, and for that reason, most of my clients are originally from Peru, and I work together with the Peruvian embassy on getting the word out there about what the Peruvian cuisine and some other areas where Peru and the United States are working together to build business relations. Today I'm having Luis Chang, the chief of the trade office, to do a presentation in regards to Peruvian cuisine as a source of inspiration in the food industry here in the United States. As you know, most of you know, the Peruvian cuisine has been growing very rapidly here in the United States, specifically in Montgomery County, Florida, Los Angeles. It's growing rapidly, very rapidly. We have Pisco restaurant here, as Rami said, and we are going to have also the experience of Giuseppe Lanzone, who has 2 food trucks in DC called the Peruvian Brothers. So thank you very much. I'm going to introduce Luis Chang. Thank you very much.
Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you very much, Giovanni, for giving us this opportunity to address a wonderful topic as Peruvian cuisine. I'm not the chief of the office. The chief of the office is Luis Reus. And I'm in charge of tourism and investment at the office. And in the next 8 minutes, I will try to motivate the delights. I'm sure you will want to eat more Peruvian gastronomy. Most of you, if not all of you, have tried ceviche once in your life. I heard that today also you had ceviche. National Geographic is recommending travelers go to Peru to try 10 dishes. Try it if you haven't. Lomo saltado, which has Chinese influence in its preparation. We use a kind of wok, and it's got soy sauce in it. Very tasty. Ají de gallina, anticucho, beef, heart, skillets or brochettes, rocoto relleno, stuffed hot pepper, alpaca is a cousin to the llama. We know alpaca because of the fiber we use for the garments, but we're also eating the meat. And this dish is a preparation of quinoa, also a superfood of Peruvian and Bolivian origin. Pollo a la brasa, which there are several restaurants serving pollo a la brasa in the area. I don't know if you know lucuma. This is a wonderful fruit that you should taste. And I know that Peruvian brothers, they offer lucuma ice cream, also maracuya ice cream. Maracuya is passion fruit. This is a dessert made of lucuma. It's a mousse, which goes very well with chocolate. And that's the list of National Geographic. I have added several dishes that are favorites for Peruvian and foreigners. This is papa de huancaína, arroz con pollo, pan con chicharrón, deep-fried pork, which Peruvian brothers, you can have it at Peruvian brothers food truck. Picarones, I don't know why they call them Peruvian donuts. They're actually dumplings made of a dough, and we use sweet potato to produce them. They're wonderful. And this is also a flagship dessert in Peru, Suspiro de Limeña, in the site of a girl from Lima. what has happened with Peruvian gastronomy? In the last 10 years, without public budget, without support from the government, with a country brand in construction, Peruvian chefs have positioned Peruvian cuisine very high in the world. In the year 2011, the Organization of American States designated Peruvian cuisine as a cultural heritage of the Americas. In 2013, the Food and Travel magazine collected information and votes from its readers and designated Peru as Destination of the Year. It has to do with food. And here's what I told you about the World Travel Awards. Nearly 500,000 people cast their vote on the internet, mainly people from the industry and high-end travelers. They cast a vote on the main destination, and Peru has been winning the South America Leading Culinary Destination Award in the last 3 years. And also, the world leading culinary destination for the last 2 years, and on December the 7th, as I mentioned, we will know whether Peru is still the world leading culinary destination. So what has happened? Why do we think in such a short period of time people are delighted about ceviche and all the dishes, that different type of cuisine? I'm not talking about the traditional ones, I'm talking about cuisine d'auteur, author's cuisine, simple stuff, sandwiches, different models, business models which have been undertaken by our cooks in the world. And we can try to explain, give you 5 reasons. The very first one is that we have an exuberant biodiversity. Peru is one of the most biodiverse countries in the world. Just to mention, we have 3,000 types. We use only 20 for cooking purposes. We're a very old country. We have 7,000 years of culture development. We are a multicultural society. As you can see, the Peruvian on the table, and myself, we are all Peruvians. So in the last 500 years, people from different countries of the world have migrated to Peru, and all of them have exerted some influence on gastronomy and the cuisine. And I don't know if you have mentioned that we Peruvian people, we like to talk and we like to eat. So when you have a Peruvian friend, you will notice that he or she likes to talk and he or she likes to eat. And maybe he or she likes to cook. And drink, of course, but that's universal. And also, 20 years ago, a new generation of cooks and chefs who were trained in Paris and Barcelona, and other parts of the world, they started their own vision of positioning Peruvian cuisine as one of the richest cuisines in the world. They wanted the world to know what we had in our country. This is the guy who has led the revolution. Curie, 20 years ago, he set up his first restaurant in Lima, a French restaurant, who later became a fusion ambient nouveau cuisine restaurant, and now he has 42 restaurants in 14 cities. And he is the leader of this. This is how El País in Spain covered a note on Curie and Peruvian cuisine, and he has taught and exchanged ideas with the best chef in the world. And this is Ferran Adrià, the head of El Bulli, the restaurant who won the award of the best restaurants of the world for 5 years, 4 consecutive years, and then he closed the restaurants to dedicate his effort to research on molecular cuisine. Here they are in a produce market in Lima, in Trujillo. And also, last year, Seller de Can Roca, the Roca brothers, they conducted Seller de Can Roca restaurant in Gerona, in Spain, which is now number 2 in the world. Also, they went to Peru. And now you see that in Latin America, Peruvian restaurants have been on the top 15, on the top 20 positions. This year, Central, the best ranked restaurant from Peru, is number 15. It was the highest climber. Last year, Central was number 50, and this year, number 15. A street in Gaston, which is Restaurant Curie's restaurant, has been 4 years on the list, and now it's number 18. Is Gaston on that ceremony. So, what is happening? We reckon that there are. I asked a question to my from Peru's colleague. How many Peruvian-inspired restaurants are there in the world right now? And the answer is more or less 2,000. Then I turned to my colleague in the office, the one who is in charge of export, and said, how many Peruvian-inspired restaurants are there in the US? And he said 500. So this is becoming a global trend. And it seems that every single day, 2 or 3 Peruvian-inspired restaurants open somewhere in the world. And this was said by Restaurante just a few days ago. So I know you have the passion, the vision, you have the tools to become very good entrepreneurs, but we invite you to use Peruvian gastronomy as a means to delight your customers, to delight yourself, to make money, of course, to go to the bottom line. So, just before ending, this is a photograph of Chotomate. It's Nikkei Peruvian Japanese cuisine restaurant in London, which has been very successful. It opened last year. So come on board, be part of this new journey and write the history of Peruvian cuisine for the next 20 years. An aim at stardom. I know you are entrepreneurs, I know you have the passion and the goodwill. So I wish you every success in your businesses, and I know that somehow you're going to be linked with Peruvian cuisine. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Luis Chang. Now I would like to introduce Giuseppe Lanzone from Peruvian Brothers, who is going to present about the experience of Peruvian food trucks.
Good afternoon. I'm here to thank you for having me, by the way. It's one of my first times talking after I graduated from college. I did take a speech, so I should be okay. I'm here to talk about how to start a business and how to be successful in a business. Really fast, just by raising your hands, who's here consider themselves driven? Then you're in the right place. In order to open a business or do anything in life for yourself, you have to be very, very driven. Usually, for me at least, opening this food truck at first, it was just an idea. I started at my mom's living room after I came back from traveling for a few years. And I always wanted to open something with my brother. And she said, well, why don't you open a food truck? So we did market research. And we realized at that time, a couple of years ago, my brother and I, we'd like to eat something healthy. We want to be, out there doing sports, salad, chicken, this and that. But then we realized we were not really passionate about that. That's my other point. You have to be passionate if you want to do anything here in life. So what we did is, what we're passionate about. We like to eat, like all Peruvians. We like to have a good time. We like to do that while, if we can make a little bit of money on the side while doing that, it's the best. So what we did is we did a little bit of market research. We went out there in DC and we realized that we wanted to open something that we missed from Peru. Like pan con chicharrón that we used to eat every Sunday. We had a quinoa salad that is a very good grain coming from Peru. So we ended up, my brother and I, with a few family members and friends, ended up coming with a menu that were things that we missed from Peru the most. We ended up coming with a list of 5-6 sandwiches of different meats, a few salads, And at the end, everything ended up being healthy for us to eat every day. So my next point in how to be successful in the business would be you need to have goals. Whether for us a goal was to open a second food truck within a year. We opened the second food truck about a year, a couple months after we opened the first one. It was not any easier. We still had to be, my brother and I had to be very driven when it came to opening the food truck. It's not double the money. It's not double the food truck, double the money. You have to realize what's going to take for you to expand. You have to train the right people to be able to take your place and be able to carry the quality of the product. The other thing that I want to go back to my first point is that you have to believe in your product. You can't sell a product, you can't start a business if you don't really believe in what you do. So if any of you start thinking about starting your own business, you have to, first of all, realize what you really are passionate about, what you're really driven about, and then go back and find a product that you like. And that way, that will be the biggest key to being successful. Also, you have to find something that you can expand on. Like my brother and I, we started with one food truck, now we have two. Now we're trying to bottle the sauces as he make. We want to expand on catering. In the not so near future, we want to create a little, not a brick and mortar, but really good Pisco sours, have a few really good, and enjoy yourself, just like we would like to do. My last point on how to be successful in the food business is something that unfortunately not a lot of people are doing, and we're trying to start that trend. Actually, today at 7 p.m. we're having our first fundraiser, and we're teaming up with Umbrella Corporation to be able to bring money in, and all that money is going straight back to Peru. Here right in the room, we're teaming up with Macchupisco, Melanie, thank you. She's been donating all the Pisco that we'll be serving at the event. We're serving the food. Somebody's donating, Pisco is donating the music. So it's about not only creating something, not only being passionate about something, but also giving back. And I want to encourage everybody that is thinking about opening a business that at the end of the day, you can make all the money you want, but if you don't give back and you encourage some other people to do the same thing, then for me, the whole business experience, it wouldn't be complete. So I want to leave you guys with that thought. Whenever you think about opening a business, think about being successful, think about being driven, but also think about back to our same town that we grew up in Peru. This will be a week-long camp for underprivileged kids, and at the end of the camp, they will be receiving a book bag full of school supplies, dental supplies, and hopefully we can get a smile or two out of these kids. Thank you.
Thank you, Giuseppe. The next speaker is Melanie from Macchupisco. Pisco is a liquor from Peru. It's a brandy. It's just like Mexico has tequila, vodka is from Russia. Peru has Pisco, and the Pisco is made of grapes that grow only in a region of Peru, in certain regions of Peru. So it's a unique product which creates value in the world, and it's growing very rapidly. Many brands are coming up, and today Melanie is going to come and talk about her experience with her brand and the years he has promoting this liquor that is pretty much new and in the United States. Many years ago it was very popular in a region of the United States. After the Great Depression, the Pisco disappeared from the United States. Tequila came over, and it started becoming the new Latin popular liquor. But Peru is coming back. Is here to stay. So, let's welcome Melanie Asher. Thank you very much.
Hi everyone. Thank you so much for the invitation to speak today, Giovanni. I'm Melanie Asher. I'm the owner and CEO of Macchupisco, and I'm here to, expose to you my experience. And some of you may be wondering why I brought up my purse here. It's not because I didn't trust you guys, but it's because everywhere I go, I make sure that my purses are big enough to carry a bottle of my product. So you cannot leave any opportunity unearthed. You never know when there's an opportunity around the corner. So whenever I have one, I know where to whip it out of. And I'm shamelessly plugging my bottle of Pisco for you guys. So Macchupisco, as Giovanni said, is a Peruvian brandy. It's very niche. In terms of a category. We probably spill in our factory in a day what Absolute Vodka, we make in a year what Absolute Vodka will spill in a day. So our production is very small. That being said, why should you guys care about Peruvian food? And I look at it this way. I went to Harvard Business School, and in my second year, I competed in the business plan competition. And it was on creating a global brand of Pisco. And my professor said, why are you doing Pisco? You should do a vodka. You just get a sliver of market share of what the vodka market entails, and you'll be making returns for your investors in a couple of years. But I said, no, this is something that I'm passionate about, so going to Giuseppe's point, you really have to be passionate about it. I'm doing this now for 10 years, and it always takes twice as much time and twice as much money as you originally thought. So you really have to have the wherewithal to it. So I told my professor, I have a very passionate feeling about, going back to Peru and starting a company, bringing Pisco to the world. And once they knew that they couldn't talk me out of doing this and getting me to do a vodka, I went ahead and talked to them, okay, how do we introduce something so unique and something so artisanal and a niche product to the world market in order to be able to make money. And I think that's right now where the Peruvian gastronomy is in the world right now. It's the next Thai food. It's really started out as niche in terms of being a guest 10 years ago into mom and pop restaurants to what Luis was telling us today. Now Peruvian food is in the best chefs of the world. Jose Andres here in Washington, D.C., the Spanish restaurateur that owns Jaleo, is going to open a Peruvian concept in January called China Chilcano. So now you're seeing Peruvian food really going from this niche market space to making a bridge through fusion food or through Nouveau Andean food to try to get to a beachhead, to become mass market. And as entrepreneurs, it's really fine-tuning what your business plan is going to be and really finding a specialty. Unless you can get massive financing from a big corporation or from a private equity, if you're going to bootstrap a company, then I would really suggest, you really find a specialty item that you're going to make a difference, that really has a differentiating point of difference. So that's ended up what I ended up doing with Macchupisco, which is within the whole boom of the Peruvian gastronomy, is I found a product that I didn't have to raise millions of dollars to compete with the large vodka companies. I was able to raise money through friends and family, a modest amount, and really specialize in top Peruvian restaurants that wanted a quality Pisco, that wanted an organic Pisco, an all-natural Pisco. Because I still had competition, I still had Peruvian Piscos that were in the market that were much more flavorful for the Peruvian palate, but I wanted a Pisco that was made more akin to an American palate. So I went for that really honed in, for an all-natural, high-quality premium Pisco. And we've been in the marketplace now for 10 years, and we have grown 30% annually and have built a reputation in the marketplace. And just doing that, going from a really niche product like Peruvian food, and really right now we're in top American restaurants. You can find us at the Four Seasons, at the Ritz-Carlton, that are not Peruvian concepts. So we're obviously, our aim is to become a mass consume product like a Jose Cuervo eventually. And right now we're in the phase of the business of building the bridge from a niche product to the beachhead. So I wish you guys much luck, and you know, there's a lot of opportunities out there in the food market. More and more the consumers becoming much more sophisticated, much more interested in differentiating what they consume. They want products with a purpose. So as to what Giuseppe was telling, it's very important to partner, like we have with Peruvian Brothers, with people that have the same philosophy as you do in terms of giving back and working together. So thank you very much. And,
Well, thank you very much. I just want to close about the Peruvian cuisine, the whole experience. This is all about creating relations and building value over what you do. So thank you very much one more time. See you next time. Not just, you know, thank you for speaking here for some delicious food. I just had to, what was the name? Oh, I had to for the first time. This is amazing stuff. So I'm hooked. I'm hooked. So thank you very much for building this up.